Hello and welcome to episode 9 of the Logo Files. This is the show where I, your humble host, will take one specific logo and give you my own thoughts and opinions. And today, we're going to sort of continue a theme that we kind of started back in episode 5. So if you remember back then, we looked at Thames Television, one of the companies that form the ITV network. And I thought, maybe we could do another ITV-ish episode. And what better region than one that I mostly can associate with? So, let's head all the way up north and look at a very, very special company, the one and only Tyne Tees Television. So let's take a look at what we see in the main ident. And boy, it goes by so fast. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow it right down so I can explain. So let's have a look. So it all starts with a fence on a blue background with some circles. We then fade to a shot of a horse jumping over a different fence. Yes, it's a different one. It then slowly goes to a train pulling out of a station, I presume. And then we got some people walking across a street. Very common. And a very familiar sight, the Angel of the North flies upwards. And these white dots fly in position, forming like spotlights, and then a big flash happens, and the Tyne Tees logo is revealed. So, the reason why I decided to slow it down is because, well, there's lots of things happening, and they all happen in like a tenth of a second. So now what we're going to do is we're going to play the logo again, but this time at normal speed, and we're even going to count how long it is. So, here it is again. Yep, it all happens in just under 5 seconds. That's how fast it goes. Now then, the audio. Oh boy, the audio. At least, that's what I would say if there was any logical audio. But I just don't really think there's that much in the way of audio. I mean, the music, don't get me wrong, is good. It's quite catchy, but it's not as catchy as some of what Tyne Tees used in the past. I mean, well, it's just not good. I mean, honestly, it's just not good. It's as if they were just scrolling through all the different kinds of music they could use, or they had at their disposal, and saw this, like, one piece of stock music. And they were like, yeah, let's just use that and put it in the ident. And there it is. It's like, it's boring. It doesn't have any kind of, like, local flair to it. Let's just move on. So now let's talk about the length and the longevity of this ident and logo. So, this logo was introduced in the year 2000 and was dropped in 2002. Now I just thought I'd end there, but no. I am about to explain something that might be a little bit confusing and a bit, strange. So, we know this logo as the main logo for Tyne Tees from 2000 till its loss of regional identity in 2002. Now, around this time, they were using another ident. Yes, there were 2. Here's the second one. Now what you just saw was the generic look for Tyne Tees between 1998 and 2002. Now, I said 2002 at the end there, didn't I? So, this means that this logo and the one that we're looking at from 2000 were used simultaneously with each other. And, to make matters even more confusing, this logo from 2000 was a local ident! Yes, it was only seen before Northeast Tonight, the local news programme. And the other one was used for national programmes, say ITV News. But, wow, to think this was meant to be a normal ident, but it's local! Local! Okay, I'm calm. Now then, let's wrap up this episode. So, what are my final thoughts on this logo? Well, for it being a very short-lived one, and only being used before locally produced programs, well, to me, it's not as special as everyone seems to think. I mean, coming right before it decided to sort of not use its regional identity, it doesn't really kind of fit with the rest of the network. I mean, compare this logo to the many logos that Tyne Tees have used in the past, and you start to see that these logos are more iconic than this. Yeah. And basically this tries to sort of emulate the old logo, but it's not exactly the same. And since this came right at the very, very end of its regional identity existence, I just don't think it's really that important, really. But I think that over the years, we have come to sort of, feel as if this logo is very special. I mean, sure, it's not that special enough, but hopefully in the coming years, we'll come to sort of appreciate it and at least try to make it live up to kind of a legacy, but just not the legacy we thought it would have to have. And so with that, this thus ends the 9th episode and the first half of the series. I mean, wow, look how far we've come. 9 episodes in and we're already halfway through. So, we thank you for joining us for the first half of this series, and we will look forward to seeing you for the second half. Yes, 9 down, 9 to go. And next episode will be a very, very special one. You'll have to wait and see until it comes out. No, editor. No hints. No hints. Anyway, so we hope you enjoyed, and if you like this series, don't forget to leave a like. Oh, and comment, and subscribe if you like. But also check out this and the past 8 episodes in the Season 1 playlist. So until next week, this case is closed. We'll see you next week.